Practicing preventative management is much more effective than firefighting. I'll explain the difference and the benefits associated by good preventative practices in this video. Hello, I'm Stephen Goldberg, bringing you practical tips and ideas on leadership, team development, and employee performance in the workplace. Practicing prevention in your management style and organizational development will save you lots of time, make managing easier, more profitable, and will empower your employees. By not doing that, you end up firefighting, which can really cause a disruption in the flow of the organization in delivering services and can be very costly. The best way to put into practice prevention, first of all, is to make sure that you're giving the right authority to people to make decisions. That way, you don't have to be involved in decisions that other people, especially senior employees, can make. So what are the levels of authority? The lowest level, and this should be obviously reserved for new employees that you want to gauge how they make decisions so you could give them more authority. And this is part of the delegation process as well. So the first level is to act after approval. So this is for new employees, inexperienced, that need to come to you to make a decision and get authorization. But it shouldn't stop there. After you've seen how the person performs, you build confidence, you go to the next level. And that's act after consultation. So the person would come and say, I got this decision to make or this situation, this is how I want to address it, and you give your input, and then they go ahead and they act on that discussion or that consultation. The next level would be act and report. So now the employee actually takes the decision, takes action, and gives you feedback on what they did and the results so you could discuss it. So that's a higher level. The final level of authority is complete authority, where the person is making the decisions and dealing with the consequences or taking responsibilities for both the positive and the negative results of their decision making. And this is where you want all employees to eventually be. And if they're not, you have to ask yourself, why isn't that happening? And it's either because you have a person that's lacking self-confidence or self-esteem and is afraid to make decisions. And this is common. So coaching people will help them to build that confidence and enable them to feel more confident about making difficult decisions that they're not accustomed to. So this is where a coaching style of leadership really plays a big role. And that now becomes you, if you're the leader listening to this, to take note of and to explore how you could become a leader that adapts a coaching leadership style. So meeting people on a regular basis to review how they're doing and grant them that higher level of authority. So it's a progression that you do based on your observation of how they're making decisions and how responsible they are. And ultimately, like for example, if you hire somebody who you promote to a director of a department, your goal is to give them complete authority so that they can act and you don't have to be involved. You could meet with them on a regular basis to review the stats or the targets that maybe you've set with them and the improvement projects that they're working on. So it's really to discuss and brainstorm with them how to overcome any obstacles, but they're making all the day-to-day decisions. And this is the only way that an organization can grow to become a large company. Think of, Amazon or Microsoft or all these big, Apple, all the big companies, or even not so big. To get to where they were, they had to trust their employees. And if you're looking to hire the best people, and the best doesn't just mean the best skills, the best intellect, but it also means that level of maturity and confidence that they can actually run their department themselves and don't need you looking over their shoulder. So it's a different approach, and something that every leader should work towards becoming that type of leader that can coach their staff, their direct reports, to become fully autonomous. It takes work, but that's the only way to really grow. So I hope this tip makes sense. Now, I do have a worksheet that you could download where you could set your levels of authority. And it really starts with the role description and writing down each of the tasks, and then setting those levels of authority with the person so that you're doing it as a team. You're formulating that and you're setting a goal of moving that person to higher levels of responsibility. So there's a link in the description of the video. You could download that form and you're on your way. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so now and turn on notifications to get news of new videos. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk again soon.